In central Gaza, 40 people have been killed and dozens more wounded. An IDF strike on a UN school, according to Palestinian authorities. The UN's communications director for Palestine refugees said in an RT interview that Israel hit the facility, which is located in the Nuseirat refugee camp, without any warning.
On an Unrwa school in the middle areas in Gaza, where 6,000 people who were displaced were taking shelter. And this is becoming more frequent. We have recorded that more than 180 Unrwa buildings and facilities have been hit since this war began on the 7th of October last year. So Unrwa has not received a prior warning from the Israeli forces that they were going to hit the school. Neither did those families who were displaced and sheltering in that school. There was no warning received before the attack. These claims that the Israeli forces have put forward are quite shocking. However, we do not have any ability at Unrwa to verify these claims. And what we keep calling for, and we keep reminding parties to the conflict in Gaza, is that they should not use the UN facilities for military or fighting purposes. This has been a very brutal war, where the rules of the war have not at all been respected. There has been a total and blatant disregard to international humanitarian law, including to the protection of civilians and civilian infrastructure that also include United Nations facilities. We've seen the highest number of aid workers killed, journalists, medical workers. The number of women and children is absolutely killed, absolutely horrific. And violence will breed more violence. So this is why we've been calling from the very, very beginning of this war for a much, much needed ceasefire for the sake of civilians wherever they are in Gaza or in Israel, and for the immediate release of all hostages in Gaza. This is one of the most painful parts of this war, when children are killed or injured, severely injured, many of them psychologically scarred. It has been a war on children. Many, many, many children have been killed during this war, and it's beyond heart-wrenching, especially when we speak to mothers and fathers who feel extremely helpless because they can't comfort their children and tell them, look, it's going to be all right, because it's probably not going to be all right. Children in Gaza have seen what no child anywhere in the world should witness. They are children, after all, children. No place is safe in Gaza, and no one is safe in Gaza, not even aid workers. And there is no such thing as a so-called safe zone, let alone a humanitarian zone. These statements about such zones that are non-existent are misleading, and they in fact put the lives of civilians at a serious risk.